Well, the famous words of the Eddie Schizzeri. Hello, podcast people. And I mean the real podcast people, the ones that download the audio, listen on their phones. We appreciate you. Al, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Jerry. Man, I love a podcast.
I know you do.
I listen to so many podcasts. Like, I listen on my way in, my way out, and I listen at 1.5 speed so I can get through them. But I got to tell you, even though I have I probably have maybe 7 podcasts that I check to see what's going on. I do some days run out where I'm like, I got nothing to listen to here. Let me
BT and
try.
Sal.
I will pop BT and Sal on, and then CMAC. I catch the end part. I catch on my ride in. I catch CMAC my last section.
Okay.
And BT and Sal. I catch them on my last section home. I had to space out the sports. You know what I'm saying, Jerry?
Listen, if I were you, knowing the way you are, I would not listen at all once I left here. I would just consume it when I'm here if I were you.
Yeah, I consume it when I'm here, but I do occasionally. With CMAC in the morning on my way in, I do like to see what the reaction is to what happened at the games last night. The problem with like BT and Sal in the midday show is nothing's changed since the 5 hours we discussed it this morning.
Yeah, for you, for sure. Yeah.
So nothing.
Yep.
They're acting like it's brand new information, but it's not.
Well, I guess they have to do that for their audience.
Absolutely, because someone might not be up in the morning and they're getting up at 10:30. They want to hear what's going on with the sports.
You've been dealing with it since 4 a.m.
Yeah, I've been listening to it since 4 a.m. So that's the great thing about radio, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you're familiar with Jerry. There was a fella for many years on the Elvis Duran show. He was Greg T, the frat boy.
Yeah, I remember that name.
He was like a character on there. And then in 2019, he left the Elvis Duran show to host the mornings at KTU.
Oh, in New York?
In New York.
Oh, okay.
So then he was doing that for a while, and then he was let go from there. But I just saw he was just hired by 1071 The Boss.
You're kidding.
In New Jersey.
How about that? For like a regular
morning show.
No kidding.
Morning show host.
So that means pork roll and eggs or whatever they used to call it.
No, that's on 106.3.
It is?
Yeah, pork roll and eggs is the morning show.
Country show?
On the country station, yeah. 1071 The Boss had...
I didn't know that.
Had a guy, I forget his name, and Rochelle.
Ryan and Rochelle? Randy and Rochelle?
I don't know. Anyway, I didn't know they were a married couple.
You're kidding me.
And I guess...
Getting divorced?
Something.
Really? I was joking.
So he left the show, and she is going to host the show with Greg T.
No kidding.
What do you think that pays for Greg T?
I don't know.
Me neither.
You ask me this all the time.
Yeah.
I have literally no idea. So here we go. Elvis and Duran's Greg T returns to Jersey Airwaves. Look at that. To Neptune, New Jersey.
I got to say, the morning show that was on that station was terrible. Oh, good Lord. And I don't know why they would do this. I wouldn't hear it because we're doing our own morning show.
Yes.
But on the weekends, they would run it on the mornings. It's like, I feel like I can shut up and play the classic hits or whatever the hell you guys claim to play.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That station's going to have Greg T on in the morning and has Kane from the K-Rock days is on at night.
Yeah.
That can't possibly pay any money. That's a problem
for me with that station is because I do listen to it. Yeah. I listen to that. I listen to 106.3. I listen, obviously, our station. I don't listen to a lot more other than that, other than satellite when I have that or my own Spotify. But when I do listen to 107.1, whatever they did with the music, we've talked about this. I don't like it as much.
I don't know. They just call themselves like classic hits now. So it used to be 107.1 The Boss, which it still is. Boss meaning Bruce Springsteen, meaning classic rock. Now they just play. It should just be called, here's a group of songs you've definitely heard these before.
It's a good tagline.
But they don't have nothing to do with each other.
No, they don't. Like the other day, was it yesterday? Monday when I was driving to the golf course, we had it on. And it went from like Duran to U2 to Madonna. I'm like, what? Weird. Very
weird.
Strange.
Yeah, it doesn't have any consistency.
No, none whatsoever. And I like their DJs, actually.
Whereas like when I put on CBS FM, that's like 80s now. They don't say we're 80s, but it's mainly 80s with occasionally 90s stuff.
They were playing 101.1 the other day, which I also do listen to, was playing Bon Jovi, But like not slow Bon Jovi.
Like shout through the heart.
No, it wasn't even that. It was one
Living
of the
on a Prayer.
might have been that. And then this one I found fascinating. My wife listens to 102. Same way we say who listens to 1027. My wife does. That's on in her car constantly. She likes the blend of music and whatever. They had Eminem on. I'm like, what station is this? Eminem. Yeah. I was like, it was Lose Yourself.
It's very blurry. What songs fit in what formats?
Very interesting.
Yeah, it used to be very defined.
Not so much anymore.
And it's not anymore. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So good luck to Greg T. But please don't beat us in the ratings. You know what I'm saying, Jerry?
Greg T at Z100 had to have been making a lot of money, no? Would you think?
Well, he started there. He was an intern, and then he got a part-time, and then he started working on the Elvis show. I don't know how.
All right, how about mornings at KTU?
Yeah.
What I'm getting at is how much of a pay cut do you think this is?
Well, he had lost his job, so he was making $0.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
He's not going from KTU to this. But
I just mean what he's used to being paid for his work.
I bet you at KTU, he was probably making $300,000. And I was trying to think, like, what does a local New Jersey Shore radio station make? $60,000, maybe?
I know when I did mornings at 106.3 back in 1999 and 2000, I was making $9.25 an hour.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a hard number. When I walked in, that's when I started getting paid. So if I got there at 5:15 and I walked out the door at 10:30, I got paid from 5:15 to 10:30.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder, like, is it like, hey, this is what we're going to give you, but if you help us, you go on sales calls and you read the commercials, we'll give you extra money for the commercials you read. And
almost like a revenue share.
Yeah. Where he's got to be like, okay, listen, I can't have a car payment. So maybe if I do a commercial for the local Cadillac dealer, they'll give me a car to use and I won't have a car payment. Okay.
I find sales fascinating from the standpoint of, like, not that I'm doing much with it anymore and I don't know going forward what I'm going to do, but like, even with my little cornhole league, which I had at one point had 50 teams, I had a lot of people involved. Even right now we have 40 teams and I don't even push it or even try and sell it out. We'd be sold out at 50. Like, why? I would think, I'm serious, especially the way we talked about it on the air. And I don't mean using this as a vehicle. I just mean for popularity. People know about it. And I get hit up all the time on social media still about the league. Hey, you got openings? I hear about the league. I would think that there would be local businesses that would reach out that would want to advertise but really no. Like if I want advertising, I got to go out and find people to advertise it. I don't know how to sell it. And there are people, like we were with the scratch golf people in California, had a great conversation with Rob, who runs the whole thing. It's amazing. Like there's so much work involved in landing sponsorship deals.
It is difficult.
Not easy. I know you were in that world for a little while.
Oh, I tried, Jerry. I was so bad at it. The thing that mostly threw me off is, when I was working in Tampa, Florida, I was working as a producer. I was making no money. Legitimately, I think
$20,000.
I think I was up to $19,000 at one point.
As a base salary.
That's what I was making. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw like all the salespeople come in. They had nice cars. They seemed like a nice life. I was like, I could do that. That's still the radio. And you would think like, okay, I'm selling advertising on a sports station. This sports bar would definitely want to get advertising.
It'd be easy.
It's simple.
Right.
You're selling baseball bats. You are a local sporting goods store. Yeah. Of course you would want to advertise. And it's just not a home run connection.
You have to sell it hard.
Yeah, you have to sell it. And they need to see results.
Which is the hardest part, because a lot of times, and this is the part of advertising that is crazy, the direct result sometimes doesn't happen immediately.
Right.
It's the more you pound the product into someone's head that maybe 3 months down the line, they remember the ad, which is why they end up choosing the product. The problem is if someone signs up for 12 weeks and those ad sales don't go up enough, or those sales don't go up enough in those 12 weeks, they don't think it's working, when in fact it still might be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I always thought, like, when I was in sales, and the local Tampa market is different than New York City for sure. But it's probably like this for like the Jersey Shore, the small stations on Long Island, which is like, Ford advertises here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ford can say we're selling this many more cars because we advertise on WFAN.
Brand awareness.
They're doing other things. They're doing billboards. It's a whole combined effort we're putting this much money in the New York market and we expect to sell this many cars. But if you are a local sporting goods
This is
store
the problem, yeah.
in Bradley Beach, and I come over, I'm like, hi, I'm from 107.1 The Boss. And you do a week of advertising and don't see movement, you're going to be like, this sucks.
Correct. I just wasted money.
Wasted money that you probably didn't have for advertising.
Right. So this is where I've told you for the last few years with like the calendar, for instance, which again, 50% of it's to charity. It's not even like for me, but you sit there and say, should I advertise it? I'm like, if you spend $5,000 or $6,000 on advertising, you mean what calendars you got to sell?
Yeah.
Like you got to figure out what the break even point is. And sometimes on the high end, you're only going to sell as much to cover the advertising. So it's like, it's really hard for the small business owner. Advertising's necessary, but really difficult and complicated to figure out what the perfect one to do is.
Yeah. One of the things, like when I was selling down in Tampa, I was fortunate enough to be able to sell Tampa Bay Buccaneers radio commercials on their broadcast, and that was when they were getting very good. So you were able to sell them a package where it wasn't just advertising during the Buccaneer games, but you would be like, oh, and you'll get 4 tickets to the box for this game, and Derek Brooks is going to sign you and your team a helmet, and blah blah. So now, if this company has advertising dollars that they have to spend,
right,
they're going to have to spend it anyway. They could go, ooh, if I do this, I could take the whole team out to a Buccaneer game, and we'll get this cool Derek Brooks
good
helmet.
For company morale.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so it says
maybe what you just said is the secret. Finding if for businesses that need advertising to thrive, you need to find the businesses that have ad budgets and figure out a way to not just have them do the advertising, but what else are you giving them in return as extra?
Yeah.
That makes it more appealing to come spend their money here rather than there.
Yeah, package deals, which I'm sure it's all about that now.
So that's perfect. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I've got it. I'm going to try like you've got the ACL, the American Cornhole League.
Yes.
I know they do boards and bags. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch them to see if they'll sponsor our league in some way, shape, or form. And if they do, they'll get a weekend down the Jersey Shore with Al Dukes.
Do not come to my house.
At your condo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember too, like I would find like these local cigar shop, just these local restaurants that I would try to pitch advertising to, and none of them had a budget.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to be in the local Tampa morning show or the afternoon show, that was hosted by former Buccaneer players, it was more money. The midday show, which was Jim Rome, not local, was free for the radio station to run. I knew I could get them more commercials in that Jim Rome show. And there was just a buzz around about Jim Rome at that time.
Easier sell.
Yeah, where I felt like I could get you into this show cheaper. And there's really, people are listening to this now. And then that would work for me for a little while.
And that's where you cruised for a few months.
And then they got mad at me because I wasn't selling the local shows. I was just putting everybody either in the Jim Rome show or on Buccaneers football.
But it goes to show, though, he was sellable.
He was sellable.
Not that Mike Allstott wasn't, or whoever it might have been, Derek Brooks or whatever player was doing a show.
But they were out of reach of money-wise.
Correct. Right. So Rome was sellable, recognizable, and affordable.
Yes. Where if you wanted to be on the Derek Brooks show, you had to be a larger corporation.
Right. Because it's very, very cost prohibitive for a small business.
Yeah. Like instead of having one, there was like some sort of like Irish bar restaurant that I used to have as a client. Now, them I would put in a Jim Rome show. But Hooters that had locations throughout Florida, they wanted to be tied in with like Derek Brooks, Mike Allstott.
Makes sense.
Guys. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
I have 2 other items here for you.
Okay.
Jay.
Got time.
One, I take a multivitamin.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking like I go through different weird vitamin phases
so
where I take just a multivitamin, or I go like, you know what? I need a vitamin C. I need a zinc. I need a D. But I got this multivitamin now that smells.
Okay.
Like it just.
That tells me that there's real like ingredients in it.
Yeah. So I asked Gronk
Was this
today.
from Charlotte's Web?
No.
Oh.
This is like this was from This guy that goes on Joe Rogan
Makes his own vitamins.
Well, his company makes. They're like a compound. They work with a compound pharmacy that makes their own.
Mm-hmm.
So Ways to Well is the name.
Ways to Wells.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ways, and then the number 2, Ways to Well.
Okay.
They do all sorts of blood work for you, all stuff. Anyway, I saw they had a multivitamin. I feel like I trust this guy, so I'm going to try this. But the vitamin smells.
Let me ask you this: do you smell when you take it? Like, do you sweat it out? Like, people that eat a lot of garlic, they start to smell like garlic. Do you start to smell like this vitamin?
Not that I've been told.
Yeah, because you probably won't know.
Yeah, probably
Eddie's gonna have the one to tell you.
Yeah, so to the point where, like, when I take it in the morning here, I as soon as I open the container, I woof it down so that it doesn't linger. So
it's that bad?
Yeah, I asked Grok today I said, I take this multivitamin. What could smell? And Grok said it could be either riboflavin, which is a vitamin B, one of the vitamin Bs, or choline, which also smells. And when I checked the vitamin thing, both of those are in there. And then I was reminded when I was taking just individual vitamins, the vitamin B did smell like the same smell.
Does when you go to the bathroom, does either smell differently?
No.
All right, so that one around.
I don't notice it in that.
Then you're fine.
Yeah. I did also ask Grok this question we've had before, and I feel like I got an answer. I said to Grok, I go, if I take
of life?
No, I wonder if Grok would have
that would be interesting, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said, when I take a multivitamin, it's a certain size, the capsule.
Yeah.
I said it has 100 vitamins.
How do you get all the product into the one little capsule?
Yeah, I said if I take a vitamin C, it's the same size capsule and all the stuff. And Grok said the amount of actual vitamin you need to take is very tiny. But when you take an individual vitamin, like just the vitamin C, all the other stuff is filler. They use the size that they think people swallow the best.
You're kidding.
Yeah. And that a multivitamin has more actual vitamins in it and less filler.
How about that?
Than if you take the individual.
Well, now I got to go buy some multivitamins.
Yeah.
Because I get confused with when I watch, Dr. Berg or all these other people that tell you, they do different YouTube videos on like one vitamin.
Yes.
You must have magnesium. If you don't have zinc, if you don't have vitamin D, vitamin A, holy crap. Like, how many vitamins I got to buy? I need a multivitamin. And I really got to start taking I want to start taking it now. I don't know if it's going to help me, but I'm worried about getting sick. I have so many games on my schedule, which I'm very excited about this fall. But man, all these people get sick. They're sick for 2 weeks. I can't go call games sick.
I know. And I was thinking, because I just switched to the multivitamin versus the individual. And now I'm like, am I going to get sick because I'm not getting the full potency of the individual?
It sounds like you're getting the perfect amount now of everything.
I hope so.
According to Grok, anyway.
Then the other thing, like you said, like you go, like a guy might have a video just about magnesium.
Yeah.
Then they'll tell you, it's like, but don't take this magnesium. You want magnesium blank.
I know.
It's like, is that magnesium cerate? Oh. That's no good. You need magnesium calcimate. Like, what?
I don't know. It's so confusing. The one thing that's clear is that there are people that are, and I've always known this, but to see it, it's really some of these people are so much smarter than me. I don't know what they're talking about. They're so educated. They could be screwing with us for all I know. But, when I see someone like that's got the credentials he has, I really do feel like he knows what he's doing. But I'm like, they lose me a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah. And the only thing you could do is like look at your blood work. Like, you could get blood work done where they look at your vitamins.
Yeah.
And then take vitamins and then do your blood work again, 6 months later.
To see where you're deficient.
To see if there's any movement.
Yes.
That's like the only way to know.
I would say do it to find your supplement or your vitamin deficiency. Start a different regimen, and maybe 6 months later retest the blood to see where you're at.
And you got to take a vitamin like where you're sure it's not fake or crap.
Which, how are you going to know that?
It's impossible.
How are you going to know? You're not, honestly.
You're not going to know.
You're not going to know.
Then I was also getting excited today. I caught myself in the mirror when I went into the bathroom. Jeans, t-shirt. I said, this is my look. Jeans and a t-shirt.
Right.
What's not my look is jeans and shorts.
Oh.
Which I have to wear in the summer because it's so hot.
You need a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, t-shirt and shorts. Yeah, t-shirt and shorts.
Do you like the fall and the spring is right up your alley?
Yeah, for clothing. Like, it's so much. Like, I feel like when I wear shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm out walking the dog, I look like a worm. Where if I have jeans,
you look like a human.
and a t-shirt, I look like, oh, it's a guy walking his dog. Not a bad
Is that
looking
because of your
guy.
bony legs?
Yeah, I guess it's my bony legs. I don't know. I don't like the cool weather. I don't like that it's already getting darker.
Oh, it's dark at 6:00
We've
now, like 6:30.
we've hit October 1st,
I know.
but I do appreciate the clothing options
I hear you.
in the fall.
Yeah, I understand.
Right?
I mean, you can have shorts days. I mean, I played golf Monday. That was shorts weather.
Oh yeah.
Today it's 64 degrees. This is pants weather.
Yeah, like even yesterday, I'm like when I go home, I'll switch to shorts.
Okay.
But,
I mean, Friday's going to be 84, I think.
Yeah, like I'll definitely need shorts.
That's a summer day.
Yeah. I think the rest of I think Wednesday, Thursday, cooler. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think all.
We have Boomer's event Monday
I
out in
know.
Long Island, 82 and sunny.
I got to drive to Long Island, Jerry.
Yes, you do. You go home, though, at 10 o'clock.
That's true.
I will be there until 6 o'clock. And I don't mind. I like it's a great day.
Golfing.
What I don't like is that ride home.
Yeah,
that is a tough ride home at that time of day.
It is. Do you think there's anybody in the listening audience right now who commutes on a daily basis from Long Island to New Jersey or vice versa?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
That's got to be murderous.
You do what you have to do, though, for the job.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, other than moving closer to where you work, if you have your roots all set and your family's, you're kind of stuck. If you end up with a great job that's an hour away, it is what it is. But it is a headache. I mean, even just around my area now, there's a construction everywhere. You can't. I did take my son to a baseball game last night that he was filling in for to help them so they could field a team. The game was literally 11 minutes away from my house. It took 25 minutes to get there because we hit 2 detours. Al, this was at 6 o'clock at night. Like, come on. There's cars everywhere. Like, oh.
Yeah, the commutes are terrible.
Much. Oh, my God. When the place I played Monday was way out beyond Route 33. I mean, it was out there. Like, just lovely. Not a lot of cars, not beautiful homes, but it was just quiet. Like, why do we live here? The turnpike's, 10 minutes away. Like, you never know. Maybe that's where I'll end up. I have no idea.
What town was that in?
I think that was a town called Millstone.
Oh, yeah, Millstone.
I believe. So that's where we were on Monday.
Gina has a friend with a farm out there.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, goats running around.
We played at a golf course called Charleston Springs that you obviously don't know about, but it's part of the Monmouth County golf course collection. And they have 2 golf courses there, and it is spectacular. Really very nice. And it's like an hour from my house. Like, yeah, screw it. It's Monday. We'll go. But man, it was nice and lovely and quiet out there.
Yeah.
God, it was nice.
Do you think it gets boring though, being in a
No, because
because
you're not far from life.
Well, like, is it far to is it a pain in the ass to go, oh, I got to run to Walgreens? Like now Walgreens is, if you live in
you're right, it's around the corner from me.
right around the corner.
That's a good question. I don't know. I would have to see, what's too far if you've got to run to Walgreens. Is 5 minutes too far?
No.
Then no, I think area is fine.
I think under 15 minutes to get to the supermarket or a Walgreens.
So as nice as it is out there, you're not that far from civilization. It's not like that. I mean, you're probably only 15 minutes from Freehold Mall from there. And you Freehold Mall. I mean, there's the middle of, there's Chili's across the street, the racetrack, which I don't even think operates anymore, is there. There's a million restaurants on Route 9. So you're not far from, but where you live, that 10 minutes away is really nice.
Because that's one of the things you would see on some of these videos that I would watch about like different towns. Like, oh, here's a great retirement towns. And you're in the middle of this, but you're nowhere near the supermarket, which is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, this is what you were talking about, Reese's Pieces and Oreos combining.
Yeah, they're combining.
Candy. There's definitely drawbacks depending upon where you move, but I think if you're in a place that is not that far away, then I don't think it's an issue. But yeah, you move to Indiana, you could be literally on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Very true. You've seen it.
Where it's like 35 minutes to get to the supermarket.
Absolutely. No doubt. That would be a tough thing.
And all of a sudden you need an hour and a half, 45 minutes to go to and from and to do your food shopping.
Exactly.
Seems like a pain in the butt.
Well, you got to plan your day around it.
Yeah, plan your day.
True.
All right, Jerry, let's do the warm-up program. We did that this morning at 5 a.m. We'll be back tomorrow. Is Thursday?
Yes, Thursday. See if the Yankees season is still in progress or not.
Oh, man. Yeah. And we got a Thursday night football game that we're not
tomorrow.
And who's playing in that?
Niners and Rams.
Niners, Rams. Classic AFC West showdown.
Or NFC West.
Classic NFC West showdown.
Jesus.
It's a typo.
Right.
All right, let's do the warm-up show then right now. So